articles. It gained some steam yesterday in social media because of how insane it is. And it makes you wonder, do these people actually believe in these things? And I think the writers do. Just looking at them by the picture, can tell what side of the fence they sit on. They sit on the insane end. They're nuts. They're all nuts. Always looking for a Prussian brownie point. Anyway, this one is self-explanatory. Man spreading has crossed over to the realm of running, and it's not okay. So I'll sum up the article right now. She's upset when men run. They don't run in the chosen path that she wants them to run in. What she claims is she has to run around them and toxic masculinity and man spreading, yada yada yada. We've heard this tons of times. Basically, women write the exact same stories over and over, just change a few words, a few events here and there, and it's the exact same thing. This is why they usually land in the middle of everything. They lack the creativity of men. Let's be honest, it's true. Anyway, this is by Helen Coffey, taking up space in the world, hardwired for men, but right now it reeks of selfishness. So of course, when there's a pandemic, she's upset that she's not getting her way, and this will have been made fun of more often by more people, and actually been applauded also by more people online. But because there is actually important things happening, these articles aren't picking up the same traction they used to. This used to be around for 2 or 3 days. This is like a 24-hour news cycle, just switch, or maybe a 12-hour news cycle and switch to something else. So anyway, it was actually technically a slightly poorly written article, I thought, in technical terms. But anyway, something has been nagging me during my mandated daily exercise under lockdown. Is the realization that the crept up on me day by day. The same realization that the person who first coined the term manspreading, this is by Independent, by the way, UK, must have experienced it gradually hit them, and then men everywhere were taking up an inordinate amount of space. Again, these people have it so easy, right? This is what I believe, right? They have it so easy. They have no man to cook for. They have no children to care for. They have to find something to take up the time. So they turn to the easiest thing possible, oppression. Usually oppression, you need no facts. You just need to be uncomfortable in some way, or find a way to be uncomfortable in some way. Uh, uh, Alright, the global pandemic has put a kibosh on using a tube and train. After all, where is the man spread now? Your kitchen table, your own sofa? But then I started going running again, and I realized the practice has not stopped at all. Merely migrated, yes. So because I guess because she's saying men are such men don't work. So instead of man spraying on the trains, they have the huge schlongs. Um, they need space for the huge schlongs when they run. This is what I'm figuring out here. This is what's going on. Anyway, even before the outbreak, there had been an unspoken code of conduct I instinctively followed when running, especially somewhere with limited space like the camel path. An idiot considerateness took over. This is called lies. Consider it, please. Consider it, please. Only thing you ever consider is yourself. Pausing to let people pass on bikes, saying thank you, blah blah blah. Doubt she's ever done that. Since lockdown started, this quote has simply intensified. I attempted to make myself physically smaller. At the very edge of a trail. That's right. I literally stopped breathing. When people passed by, she stopped breathing, huh? She held her breath, obviously not long enough. And I do it not consciously, but instinctively. Raise awareness to the great person I am. All that would be nice if I get some recognition for the change. Where's my bloody medal? Air care? It's more just an observation of natural behavior. Alright, yeah. And when I say others, I mean men. I would have been aware of that. Okay. Yes, I know. Hashtag not all men, but hashtag a considerable number of men. And definitely not women. This is like, I don't know, maybe it's different writing standards. I find this a very poorly written article. Anyway, all the female joggers I pass seem to be doing the same unthinkable contortions as me. We have more practice, I suppose. making ourselves small, non-threatening, unnoticeable. So what she's saying, women are very threatening, so have to make themselves non-threatening. I'm trying to understand this. Again, everything is like a it's similar to a backhanded compliment, but what it is like she's complimenting, but also smacking everybody else. So I don't know if that's called a backhanded compliment. Yeah, it's slightly different from a backhanded compliment. Anyway, we have form when it comes to bending over backwards to make everyone else in the room feel comfortable. It's like she's patting herself on the back, the pat on the back. That's what she's doing. She's patting herself on the back. Women think very highly of themselves. It's very rare when you see a humble woman. Like, sometimes you see these questions posted on various sites. Here's it. Do you find yourself attractive, right? Or do you find yourself handsome, right? And almost every guy says, nah, not really. But when it comes to a woman, they always say yes, they find themselves attractive. It's just the amount of how do I say this, confidence they have, the amount of ego that they have. It's mind blowing. But again, it happens when you've been complimented since you're a little child, and up to the age of 30. When you be complimented so much, you develop a big ego, I suppose. Again, men understand ego and to cut it off, and they understand, like, look, if somebody compliments you, they probably don't mean it. Women don't have that same ideology. They want the compliments. Men are more sure of what they are and who they are. Obviously, hashtag not all. Anyway, but it is striking how many men do that, so they choose to plant themselves instead in the middle of the path, arms and legs pumping, striding fast. And this is like, again, maybe this is British, like, speak. It's just really oddly written. It's like, it's very bad writing if this is not the standard. Anyway, they make no allowances, no exceptions, seem unaware the person they're approaching is doing a frantic parody of the Venice Waltz, to try to adhere to the under such circumstances impossible 2-meter rule. It's concerns of theirs. Anyway, blah blah blah. It's like I explained. She's now trying to find oppression where none exists, because this is what they do. Partially because they want attention, partially because they want victim brownie points, and partially because they want to get paid, because they have no real talent, no real skills, as I've read. And anyway, this picked up traction, and it's just a terrible, terrible article. But again, these people are unskilled. So when this entire social justice, feminism narrative completely dies down, hopefully she'll be out of her job, but she'll most likely try to find a man. And again, I hate asking for people's jobs. It's wrong to say that stuff. But when you get when you get paid to write the same articles over and over, you realize there's no talent involved. You realize these people are hired just based on ideology and to meet quotas. It kind of makes you pissed off, especially when a lot of people are struggling to find jobs. People with talent cannot get jobs, because they're being passed for people like this. Alright, anyway, this is just an article that people were talking about, but again, it'll be disappeared in 12 hours or so. Again, because there's more important things, and these things don't really have that much traction as they used to, say, a few months ago, because of something going on in the world, right? Anyway, men, watch your huge cocks, right? When you walk, it kind of like gets in everybody's way, especially women's way, and they don't like that, okay? So move to the side, okay, men? Alright, keep that in mind. Thumbs up, share, save, subscribe. And see you with another article. Hopefully even more, even less humorous than this one, because women are dry. Bye.